Welcome back. We have brand new poll numbers this morning with some warning signs for President Trump's agenda. Here to break it all down for us is NBC News Chief Data Analyst Steve Kornacki. Steve, it's great to have you here in person. What are you watching in these numbers?
Yeah, Kristen, some interesting numbers, a little different kind of poll here. This is the NBC Stay Tuned poll looking deeply at the youngest group of voters, Gen Z voters, but it's such a big pool. We also can show you everybody, all adults. So look at the comparison here, getting a look at this generation. And again, when we say Gen Z, what are we talking? We're talking people under 30 years old, newest, youngest set of voters. Overall, what you're seeing here is Donald Trump, not that popular. You see overall 45 approve, 55 disapprove, but much less popular. It's basically 2-to-1 disapprove among Gen Z. This is a more anti-Trump, Trump hostile generation than we see in the other generations. This extends to Trump policies, trade, tariffs. Again, overall, not that popular.
We have to pause here, Steve. You can't overstate the significance of this. The economy was really the #1 issue for voters, and one of the main reasons President Trump won the White House.
Exactly. These numbers you see on the economy in his first term look very different than this, and it's not good overall. And again, what you see is much more negative among that youngest set of voters here. How about just optimism about the future? Is it there? Is the country going in the right direction or the wrong direction? Again, overall, this is similar to what we had in our own NBC poll a couple months back. Overall, 40 right track, 60 wrong track. Again, more pessimistic Gen Z. Now, where this gets interesting, though, is I keep saying Gen Z, more Trump hostile, more anti-Trump. There's really part of Gen Z that's powering this and part that isn't, and it has to do with gender. We talk about gender gaps, but look at this, Kristen. Among men in Gen Z, 45-55, Trump's approval rating. That's what we saw with everybody. Among women, that's where he falls off the cliff.
And of course, the gender gap was so significant in the 2024 election, continues to be an important factor.
And we looked in 24, a lot of folks thought it might be bigger, and it wasn't in the older generations, it was here. And this is what really stands out. It's Gen Z, this side of the gender gap. Women, Gen Z, much more progressive, much more liberal. We're going to see this on issue after issue than any other group, any generation. So again, looking at Trump's approval rating, this is the percentage of people who approve of his job. And again, look, it's so consistent. Men across these generations, women, it's in the 4. Look how much that stands out right there. And this extends to some personality, some issues. Just again, look at this. Do you have a favorable view of the Republican Party? All adults, 44. Gen Z men, it's the same. Look, it falls off a cliff with Gen Z women. Totally different than every other group. Trump's handling of DEI, we asked about. Again, similar, totally different. Gen Z women. Favorable view of Musk. Again, you see it right there. And 2 more, Kristen. Do you agree there are 2 genders? Big drop off for Gen Z women. And how about this question? Just about basic attitudes about, are you proud to be an American? Are you only a little or not at all proud? 22% of all adults say that. 22% of Gen Z men, almost double Gen Z women. That is what's powering the liberalism you see among Gen Z.
Fascinating findings, as always. Steve Kornacki, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.